Mr. Yang Chengwei, who just left us from Lincoln Special Area, Mr. Zhang Yongtao, Vice Chairman of China Gold Association. I understand the CEO of Valterra, Mr. Greg Meller, will be joining us as well. Mr. Trevor Raymond, the Chief Executive Officer for World Platinum Investment Council. Mr. Tony Chen, Country President for China Anglo-American. Mr. Bian Jiang, Vice Chairman and Secretary General, China Precious Metals Industry Committee. Dajia. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor to address you today at this year's Shanghai Platinum Week, as we continue to strengthen the enduring relations between South Africa and the People's Republic of China. The importance of our strategic, stable, mutually beneficial diplomatic and trade relations cannot be overstated. It is partnerships like ours that are built on trust, shared interests, strategic cooperation, and going on for 27 years strong since established, that provide the resilience needed to navigate this, market complexities. Ladies and gentlemen, South Africa and China have long enjoyed a robust economic relationship. China remains South Africa's largest trading partner, with bilateral trade reaching approximately 54 billion USD in recent years, accounting for 21% of total Sino-Africa trade. This relationship is underpinned by key sectors, most notably mining industry, of course, the mining sector, which continues to be a cornerstone of the South African economy. In 2024, South Africa's mining industry generated an estimated 1 trillion in turnover. Within this, PGMs, which include platinum, palladium, and rhodium, remain a critical export commodity, and South Africa is the largest PGM producer. Although PGMs experienced a slightly year-on-year decline in production, as well as a decrease in prices, as we know, they still managed to contribute significantly to the South African mineral sales and export earnings in China. And China continues, of course, to remain a significant market of PGMs since 2020. This demand is driven mainly by platinum jewelry, which accounts for approximately 25% of the total demand. These metals are not only vital to South Africa's economy, but are also increasingly important to China's industrial and green energy ambitions. Esteemed guest, our bilateral cooperation is further reinforced through multilateral platforms such as BRICS, where both nations collaborate on economic development, innovations, and financial reforms. As you might know, a very successful 17th BRICS Summit took place in Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. This year is also an important year for South Africa and the Global South as a whole, as we will be hosting the G20 Summit in November, continuing advocating for inclusive global growth and fair trade practices. Additionally, South Africa and China are partners in the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation, also known as FOCAC, which continues to deliver tangible outcomes in infrastructure, education, and technology transfer, with President Xi Jinping in last year's FOCAC summit committing $50 billion worth of trade, aid, and investment to Africa as well over the next 3 years. Furthermore, during FOCAC in September last year, 8 memorandums of understanding, which are meant to foster more equitable trade between the two states, were signed by South African ministers of agriculture, science and technology, and trade alongside their Chinese counterparts, and both countries firmly supporting national unity and economic and social development of both countries. Looking ahead, the future of PGMs holds immense promise for both our economies. These metals are essential to the global energy transition, particularly in the production of hydrogen fuel cells and catalytic converters. As China accelerates its shift towards green and clean energy to reach carbon neutrality by 2060 and sustainable industrial practices, PGMs will play a vital role in supporting these goals. South Africa, as the world-leading producer of PGMs, is uniquely positioned to be a strategic partner in this transformation. Ladies and gentlemen, in this context, I'm particularly optimistic about the future of Valterra Platinum as a standalone company which is listed on both the JSE and the LSE. It is uniquely positioned to tell a good South African story, a good South African platinum story on the global stage, with marketing offices in London, Singapore, and also here in Shanghai. Hopefully, they will extend and become way bigger also in Shanghai. It can also attract new investments into our economy and play a greater and a vital role in supplying the critical minerals needed for the world's transition to greener, cleaner, and more sustainable energy systems. I look forward to the growth of the company as it pursues new opportunities in technology, industrial processing, and green economies. In closing, I would like to congratulate the joint organizers of this event, the World's Platinum Investment Council, the China Gold Association, and the team at Valterra Platinum for their partnership in initiating this important event. Shanghai Platinum Week stands as a vital platform for collaboration and partnerships across the platinum value chain. I'm confident this year's gathering will be a resounding success. Let us seize these opportunities to deepen our ties, unlock new avenues for collaborations, and shape a future that is prosperous, sustainable, and inclusive for both our nations. Cheers.